one of my responsibilities is to support people creating books and illustrations of that nature. But one lady who I support, she's a bit distressed at the moment. She's going through a lot. So she needed to make a call to her social care worker. And just while this is happening beside us, there's a family, a young family who are feeding their children, and there's a baby crying. And anyway, the how it unfolds is I'll use the word Jay for her name. So Jay makes the call to her social care worker, and there's a kid crying. And anyway, Jay kind of isn't too happy and kind of starts saying, "Oh no, I need to leave now. There's a screaming baby. It's so disrespectful. I mean, I can't believe this is happening." And anyway, Jay kind of gets up and leaves the table, and all the while, the couple beside us are, they're really not happy. There, all I hear is, is this girl for real? Like, what's she on about? Like, there's this crying baby here. How disrespectful. And anyway, I noticed just there's quite a tension building up kind of across the tables. There's a real, just an unease in the air, and I'm conscious this lady's in distress, and then the family are furious, or they're not happy. So I just said across the table, I just guessed the needs, and I just said, "Oh, are you needing respect?" And the husband just like he just went into like a seething rage, and he just said, "I'm needing respect. Mate, there's a screaming baby here, and that mobile phone, like, you can just go anywhere else to make that call, and you're telling me I'm needing respect." And I couldn't believe it. It was like, I don't know, someone had just turned the heat up 100, 100 degrees. And in the kind of back of my mind, I was like, oh, well, no, like, if he's obviously misheard me, like, he's when I say, "Are you needing respect?" he must have thought I'm implying he needs to learn respect. Anyway, I was just, whatever, it was up to 120 degrees. And then Jay comes back, and she just asks kind of, "Oh, how am I feeling?" And I was just like, in fairness, I had one kind of thing in my mind, and that was to kind of find the almost the fire extinguisher. And I was actually very tempted to kind of throw Jay under the bus and just be like, "It was really disrespectful what you did. Can't you see there's a crying baby here?" And I just thought, no, that's really not the way to go. So I just sat with the discomfort a bit, and she just said, "How are you feeling?" I was like, "Oh, I just need like harmony here. Like, this is ridiculous." And she didn't. I think what happened was she ended up apologizing anyway, but it wasn't based on what I had said. She'd always kind of, I think she'd planned to do that. She just went over and said, um, "Listen, do you know what? I'm going through a lot at the moment, and yeah, I apologize." And there was a nice kind of ease then in temperature and atmosphere, and I was kind of relieved that it just happened without me kind of having to, you know, get quite I don't know, having to say, "Oh, you need to apologize, you need to do that." It just kind of stayed with the situation. So yeah, it was really clunky. But then at the end, kind of the art lesson finished anyway, and I just felt like I just went over and just apologized to the husband anyway. I just said,